I'm gonna do a custom blend. We've already done a custom blend prior. She uses one at home, but I'm gonna whip one up really quick just for this video. So I know she has more of a peach undertone, so I'm gonna use our peach undertone makeup. And I'm gonna start with Peach 2. And I'm gonna actually add some hyaluronic acid. This is a gel that's gonna keep her skin hydrated. So we want your foundation to feed your skin while you're wearing it. And then also I'm gonna do some beauty balm. That's gonna help the skin with oil because it has ceramides in it and it helps your lipid layer. And then I'm gonna put some Perfect Glace, and that's what we use to prime with her skin today. That Perfect Glace on the cheeks, but I like to add it into the makeup formula, so it's gonna prevent her skin wanting to pull the hydration out of her makeup. Because it's gonna be like if her skin wants to bring any hydration, it needs it, it can pull from the Glace, but not the color in the formula. That way the makeup will stay all day. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and test. Go ahead and turn towards me. I'm gonna test the shade first. And we got it right. So now I'm gonna use the foundation brush. And when I do my makeup, I just put it on the back of my hand. I kind of use it as my artist palette, so to speak. And then I'm going to apply her foundation. Again, the key, I'm using very thin amounts because I don't want that heavy makeup look, because it tends to make us look older, and that's why a lot of people don't wear foundation. The number one thing I hear from clients is, I'm not wearing foundation anymore because I feel like when I do, I look older. Well, that's a couple reasons why. Is your formula might not be right for your skin, but also you need that added hydration to prevent the water getting pulled out from the formula, so your makeup will not just disappear right off your face. And this formula here, you always want to work, remember, down the neck. Okay? Now, when you want areas that you want additional coverage, you're going to stipple, okay? Like if I want additional coverage in her forehead, I'm stippling it. So like if I have sunspots, I go over them. I do an even coat of my foundation, and then I basically just go over them with stippling. Okay, turn for me. So right here, she has a little spot, so we're gonna stipple. And most of us have spots on the sides of our face because whether you were a golfer, pickleball, you went for walks, or you were in a car driving a lot, we tend to get the sun damage on the sides of our face. And those are the areas, sometimes you gotta be really mindful of pulling sunscreen all the way back to your ears. So most of the time people work on the center of their face, but they forget. Okay. And then we just have a little stipple to do right here along the nose. And sometimes you'll notice red demarcations from like reading glasses. Those are other areas that you want to stipple. Okay, and then the last step we're going to do, as far as in for evening complexion, is we're going to do concealer. Now with concealer, most of the time people are going to use like a brush at home if they have really difficult areas for their finger to reach into, but I tend to use my finger most of the time when I'm blending. Now, a little trick that I do is I mix a little bit of the foundation with the concealer so it glides a lot smoother. Okay, now this concealer is called Camofleur and it has a little bit of jojoba oil in it. So it is going to prevent the under eye area getting dry. And then also the jojoba oil makes the formula waterproof. Okay, so now I'm gonna tap with my finger. Look up for me. Tap, 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 tap. Okay. Tapping here. Okay, look up for me. You got to get it close to that lash line. Perfect. Okay, and now if I want any additional coverage, I'm going to use straight concealer and I'm going to stipple it where I want it and gently use my ring finger to tap. There we go. Okay, looking good. Now, the other step I'm going to do is I'm going to neutralize the discoloration on the eyelid. So close your eyes for me. All of us, I don't care who you are, have redness on your eyelid because, again, it's thinner skin. The eyelids show when we haven't slept, when we're tired, when we're stressed out. So neutralizing any redness is going to brighten us up immediately. And I'm using straight concealer. I'm not mixing foundation because I'm also using it as a primer for her eyeshadow. But under, because the under eyes are typically dry, mixed a little bit of that foundation with it. Okay? Okay, so now we are completely neutralized. All right, now we're gonna get into the fun stuff, which is going to be powders and colors and really creating definition for the face. So stay tuned.